The trailer for the Avengers Infinity War has arrived, spilling more secrets, plot twists, new characters, and teases than we ever hoped. Piecing them together will be more difficult than usual, considering the number of moments and action sequences intended to excite fans, which is why we're breaking them all down, one by one. Nobody does cryptic universe building and fake-out trailers like the MCU, so for the fans who may think the Infinity War trailer was built to impress without revealing much, we have fantastic news. It may not have every Infinity War scene from the D23 teaser, but with both informing our viewing, we may even know more about the plot of the next Avengers than Marvel intended. So with one final spoiler warning, let's get started. 10. Movie Thanos has Outrider soldiers. 2. Avengers Infinity War Black Panther fights a Vrlnixian. Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown and secrets. Since Thanos can't go around the universe fighting his own battles, as demonstrated with every MCU movie so far, he gathers both lieutenants to serve him, and ground troops to spread his influence and awareness across the galaxy. For the first group, his children will be the distinguished opponents of the Avengers, capable of explaining the odds stacked against the heroes. But for the sheer numbers needed to wipe out Earth's resistance, Thanos will rely on Outriders. Just as he did in the comics. The alien race, like these children of Thanos, rose to prominence in the 2013 Infinity Comics series, the influence of which can be seen in a number of places in Infinity War so far. The aliens were easy to spot thanks to their black hide, white faces, and multiple clawed arms, engineered by Thanos to act as scouts and cannon fodder for his conquest of peaceful worlds. They were never shown in the massive numbers of Infinity War's battle though, so this should be an unexpected treat for both comic book fans and MCU lovers. 9. Iron Man new armor. Avengers Infinity War Iron Man cowers. Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown and secrets. As the one-time poster boy of Marvel's movie universe, there isn't much actual Iron Man in the Infinity War trailer, focusing instead on Tony Stark outside of his armor. It might seem like a minor note, easily explained by a majority of the Iron Man footage still in production, but may hint at a far greater evolution of the character. By this point, a new movie means a new suit of armor for Stark, and Infinity War's new Iron Man suit is no exception. But even if each incarnation and update seeks to smooth out, streamline, and contour Stark's studs, this new suit's thinner than ever look could be a major comic book adaptation. For the comic fans, Marvel's bleeding edge armor, Reprise NTS, the true apex of Stark's Iron Man technology, so advanced, few fans probably expected to see it adapted to film at all. In the comics, the armor was reinvented on a nanomolecular level, able to be absorbed into Tony's body, and be stored in his bones, and deployed back to the surface when called upon. We doubt that will be the case on film, but the fact that this armor does seem smoother and more seamless than ever, and that Tony suddenly has a gadget planted in his chest despite having the shrapnel removed from his heart, is hard to ignore. Our best guess. The armor is liquid-based, contained in Tony's chestpiece when inactive, but rapidly spreads to take shape around him at the press of a button. Now that we haven't seen before. 8. Bucky Barnes awakens a new man. Avengers Infinity War Bucky Winter Soldier fights with Wakandans. Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown and secrets. When last we saw James Buchanan, Bucky Barnes, he was being spirited away in secrecy to the nation of Wakanda, itself concealed from the world. With his artificial arm torn loose by a raging billionaire, it was impossible to know just how long Bucky would be cryogenically frozen under the watch of King T'Challa, the Black Panther. We know he won't make an appearance in the actual story of Black Panther's first movie, but the trailer shows he will be joining the fight in a major way come Infinity War. As much as a thrill as it is to see him leap into danger with Steve Rogers at his side once more, there are some questions to ask. The first of them being, who is Bucky when he wakes up? It was assumed that, given Wakanda's medical advancements, they would be able to somehow restore Bucky to the man he once was, not the arm, but perhaps address the decades of brainwashing. It's all speculation for now. So let's just hope that Tony Stark and Bucky don't wind up alone in any rooms. It's also worth pointing out that Bucky's artificial arm has returned, but made out of a different material than the high-sheen chrome of Hydra. It's only visible into shots, but a shift towards a darker metal, perhaps one imbued with Wakanda's unique properties, wouldn't hurt. 7. Corvus Glaive wants Vision's Mind Stone. Avengers Infinity War Corvus Glaive Mind Stone. Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown and secrets. His name alone should drive home just how unsettlingly sinister Corvus Glaive is when doing Thanos' bidding, and it's Corvus, if anyone, who is the clear, right-hand man to the Mad Titan in the comics. He may lack some of the strength or agility of the previous members of the Black Order, but his mind for manipulation, shrewd battle tactics, and fierce loyalty to Thanos make him a true power broker. He's a strong match with his wife, Proxima Midnight, where he can deduce the most brilliant path forward and rely on her to make it so. He's not without his own abilities, though, and the movie version of Corvus Glaive will sport his double-bladed staff almost exactly as it looks in the comics. There are two things that make it an exceptional weapon: it's capable of slicing through anything, and as long as his blade remains intact, not even death can keep Corvus down for long. That's bad news for Vision, since it seems like he's out of time, with Corvus's signature clawed feet, bladed staff and tattered robe atop the Avenger. He's doing something to reclaim the Mind Stone. So here's hoping Vision has some backup. Hint, he does. 6. Widow kills a child of Thanos. Avengers Infinity War. Black Widow fights Avengers Infinity War. Trailer breakdown and secrets. For Captain America, going into hiding may have meant disguising his chiseled jawline and immaculate hairstyle. But for a character with a signature hair color like the Black Widow, a shift to blonde eye is apparently a more effective change, and one that allows Scarlett Johansson's real hair to be used on screen. The circumstances of this shot may be the most important part, as the lighting, background, and character seems a match for the prior shot of Vision defeated. And the same goes for Proxima hurling her spear at Captain America, the same spear that looks to be glowing right next to Vision in the previous scene. So, were Wanda and Vision not necessarily running from the threat of Proxima and Corvus, but to their exiled leader and his closest assassin ally? It would help connect the dots. And means this shot of Widow angrily thrusting a spear into a body, both of which seem to belong to Corvus, is more than a regular strike. Perhaps Cap and Widow actually prove that the children of Thanos are far from immortal, removing one, or both, from the story. Here's hoping, for Vision's sake. 5. 2 stones down, 4 to go. Avengers Infinity War. Thanos adds Infinity Stone. Avengers Infinity War, trailer breakdown and secrets. The Tesseract may be the only Infinity Stone explicitly shown being pursued by Thanos in the trailer, but he's obviously been busy in the shot of the Mad Tit. And adding the Space Stone to his gauntlet, the Purple Stone from Guardians of the Galaxy is already embedded. That may add even more evidence of some serious trouble for the Nova Corps, since the Power Stone was last seen being kept under lock and key in the Galactic Police's headquarters. It's a heck of a 1-2 punch, and the order Thanos gathers the Infinity Stones may be intentionally clouded this early on. But with mastery over space and power, turning a planetoid into weapons to hurl at his enemies may just be the tip of the iceberg. 4. Cull Obsidian wages war on Wakanda. Avengers Infinity War. Falcon flies over battle. Avengers Infinity War, trailer breakdown and secrets. Taking on Black Panther's mighty warriors is no small feat, so Thanos appears to have left it to his most brutal warrior, Cull Obsidian, the name of the entire group in the comics, now used as a replacement name for Black Dwarf. And believe it or not, this horned, evil Hulk may be more than a mindless CG bruiser. We knew ahead of time that Apes veteran Terry Notary was playing Cull Obsidian, after teasing that he was playing one of 4 henchmen for Thanos. Since his character will require the most ambitious visual effects, it makes sense he would be the only one absent from this trailer. He called himself the Mad Titan's true right-hand man at the time, so Cull fits the bill, even with a weapon swap from comic axe to movie swords. He's hoping that he can fare better on film than he did in Infinity, being stopped and driven back by Black Panther when he tried to conquer Wakanda. This time around, it would seem he's after the final Soul Stone held in Wakanda all this time. Good luck. 3. When did Rhodey switch sides? Captain America Civil War. Iron Man and War Machine. Avengers Infinity War, trailer breakdown and secrets. Nobody is complaining about the assembled heroes making their slow-motion assault on the Outriders attacking Wakanda. Captain America, Black Widow, Black Panther, Okoye, Hulk, Bucky, Falcon, and War Machine make a formidable first wave, but the presence of James Rhodey Rhodes allied with the heroes he fought in Civil War is probably worth mentioning. The closing scenes of Civil War saw Rhodey reiterate his stance on the Sokovia Accords, and that even the loss of his legs hadn't changed his mind. The Avengers need oversight, plain and simple. Hopefully, his decision to join up with this united front against alien invaders comments on that fact, and doesn't rest solely on extreme measures being called for. There's also the question of Rhodey's own physical state. It's believable enough for him to pilot the War Machine armor without the full use of his legs, since Tony has had plenty of time to make adjustments and updates since Rhodey's accident. The mood at the close of Civil War wasn't exactly grim, with Tony having already designed a leg rig to help Rhodey relearn to walk. In the years since, who knows how far he may have come. 2. Will Tony's team lose, so Cap's can win? Avengers Infinity War Cap team attacks Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown and secrets. Watching the trailer's division of the Avengers into smaller teams, it's hard to miss the tone of each individual group's battle. The grouping of Tony, Doctor Strange, Wong, and Banner seem to be struggling just to get a grip on what madness Thanos is unleashing on New York City. Later, it looks like Tony and Spider-Man will be making an attack on Thanos thanks to the Infinity War teaser from D23. We know that Doctor Strange and at least some of the Guardians of the Galaxy will be there too. And again, Tony's broken and despondent look at the beginning of the trailer doesn't instill confidence. So we have to ask, is Iron Man doomed to lose the fight on his own? It would be a harsh twist, but certainly deserved in at least a karmic sense, after Tony locked up his friends and fellow heroes in an isolated, maximum security prison, and didn't even release them after the fighting was all over. Compare the tone of Tony and Peter's fight, presumably set earlier in the movie than the Wakanda showdown, with the heroic charge of Steve Rogers and his friends, and the hope Captain America brings is palpable. Just how badly beaten will Tony's team be? Is it possible that they could fall, in a big way, to Thanos, leaving Steve Rogers and his secret Avengers to save the day in this film's finale? Or possibly even in the next Avengers sequel? 1. The Guardians join Thor's story, but when? Infinity War Guardians of the Galaxy Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown and secrets. The studio saved the best for last, uniting the brand new, one-eyed Thor with the equally zany, after Ragnarok, anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy. This time around Thor is sporting his Odin-esque eye patch. Having been added after the teaser footage kept his eye wound a secret best revealed by Ragnarok. It may have been the scene to open the prior teaser, but after weighing all the evidence, it may be more likely for Thor to have been put through his Infinity War ringer already. Only after being beaten is he recovered by the Guardians, bringing them into the Infinity War while keeping the bulk of their role for the next movie. Chris Pratt has explained that the Guardians will play a supporting role in Infinity War, introduced to help further the larger adventure. In this case, pull Thor from the cold of space to where he can do some real heroics. Of course, that may all be a fake out on Pratt's part. Marvel actors have misled the press in the past. Those are all the Infinity War Easter eggs, subtle secrets, cameos, and comic references we could spot on our viewing, but there are sure to be more revealed by the day. If you spot any that should be added to our list, be sure to let us know in the comments.